Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numythrandor, and today we continue the Lupis Majoris chapter. And I believe we have to go to Wolvendom to follow up on Lohan and Andreas. After all, Jean told us a few interesting things, but we haven't quite got to the bottom of this mystery with the wolf. Ooh, all dark and grim all of a sudden.
What's going on here? Was Wolvendom always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Came all the way from Nodcry? How?
Silence!
Get to work! You two! Time to goose on the loose! A dash of front! Time to shine!
This is a nasty little surprise.
Are you alright?
Stay alert, there's still something nearby.
Oh no! What now? There better not be more Wild Hunt monsters!
Oh, Lohan.
You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there! Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
There were 3. For Kaya, Diluc, and Rosaria.
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh?
He's saying you passed the test.
Paimon passed a test? Really? Ha! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
Lohan was fearful that he was dealing with a Wild Hunt doppelganger.
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. A familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now.
It always pays to remain vigilant. Were you attacked by the Wild Hunt as well?
Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
Weren't you interested in meeting him? Nope, and looks like we're going straight to him. Well, almost, anyway. He looks a bit different. Oh, Razor.
Lupis Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight.
A trail starting in the north. So they came from Notcry.
We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Notcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andrias' soul. The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Notcry, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can you be in two places at once?
Are all gods like this? Do you all like to split yourselves into multiple parts? Well, we've met the Archons, who are also gods, in a sense, and they certainly didn't do things like this. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. So this is a bit of an odd comment coming from Ether, considering his great knowledge of the divine.
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods.
The
Wolf King, Andrias, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Toadif Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupis Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Sealy Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupis Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupis Boreas had once done at the Sealy Hall, and awoke him at long last. The night asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupis Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, So, this is the world the humans dreamed of. Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Could it be Roland, the blood-stained knight?
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
Conria, 500 years ago. My, but how oft we return to this chapter of history. How many more monstrosities will be born from that age and come to haunt us yet again?
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
I understand. I'll go.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw. Golden-haired traveler, Give this token to the current Knight of Boreas.
And what precisely have you done to this weapon?
It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain.
You are saying that Varka is not thoughtful enough? I would be inclined to agree. Is it safe to separate a piece of the wolf spirit at a time like this?
The Great Wolf King of the North remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupicol?
I will protect Lupicol. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
Interesting.
I can read Varka's letter. I will try my best to write a reply.
A wolf's claws make poor instruments for writing human words. But that token will suffice to convey my thoughts.
Indeed.
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Almost makes me wonder if this was the reason I was sent back. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he doing at the Thousand Winds Temple? Well, whatever. I don't really care. As long as I get to do some fighting. I'm looking forward to trading blows with Lupis Boreas when he's fully recovered. I bet he'll wipe the floor with me.
Honestly, I'm not actually that much of a fan of Lowen's design. The outfit itself is a bit weirdly mismatched with the cape on one side. And I don't like that he's a little kid. Just a child. Ugh. Considering that Varka was talking about Lowen potentially being tougher even than Varka himself, this is not what I imagined. Not even close, actually. Like, I was thinking someone in full armor, and about as tall and beefy as Varka, but nope. Little fella. With gauntlets. If I'm being generous. Yeah. Bracers. Meh. But no real armor beyond that. Oh well, wasted opportunity. Very well, Venti. Summon Dvalin for us if you would.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the Wolf of the North.
the root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, dominator of wolves and god of the north wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the god of storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
What can you tell me of Roland, the blood-stained knight?
500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupis Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
What about the token and the wolf spirit within?
The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andrius is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupis Boreas did not intend for that to happen. That's why Lupis Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupical with the wolf spirit's protection. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
I have asked all that I can. Though not all that I wish, of course, but let us be off.
All right. Over to you, Dvalin.
Now I wonder, will we be dropping right into the midst of battle with Varka and Andrius? Or will we be further off? And will Dvalin be aiding us in this endeavor?
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
All right. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Oh. I was wondering if they were going to stop my fall.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grand Master! It's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
Honorary Knight reporting for duty, Grandmaster.
And Paimon too!
Let's cut to the chase. What's the situation?
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solmari.
Hold on. Is this Roland, then?
But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him.
Why? As strong as he might look, surely he can't be any stronger than the foes we fought before. You're not seriously suggesting that he is mightier than Dottore, are you?
True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Why not?
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul.
So what you're really worried about isn't so much the enemy himself, but the god remains.
Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
So we think that Roland, quote unquote, might be using the body of Andreas? That would be a disturbing discovery, wouldn't it? But, as we've hit about the half-an-hour mark, I believe I'll end today's episode here. Leave you all hanging, waiting for the meeting. But, if you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. And, as always, have a good day.